Good morning. Welcome to Madrid Ultimate International Classic. I'm Stefan Rapazzo. I'm here with Laurent Guillot and Hélène Courtoisie, members of FRIZSTYLE. They've made their way into the final. Ladies, thanks for being with us. Tell us a little bit about your last 2 days. How's this tournament been for you so far?
Yes, so we won our first 6th game of the tournament in pool.
It was pretty great for us to find out that we could find each other on the field because we are picked up from all over France and many clubs together and young players with more experienced players. So it's been great to find that we could find each other and go through this all 6 games was pretty hard. Sometimes we had some up and downs, but we did manage to win all the games.
Excellent. Great to see a pickup team coming and beating some very experienced teams here in this tournament. ICENI's next. They're the championship match. What do you know about ICENI this far?
We don't know a lot of things about them. We know it's a very big team, but nothing is impossible, and we will give our best to propose a nice game against them.
Yes. And as far as what you guys plan to do, your game plan of attack, how does your team work? What do we expect to see out of you in this final?
So far we played with kind of 2 separate lines because we thought it was easier to find each other if we work together with 2 separate lines. We are, I think, a strong defensive players. We have some strong defensive players with high intensity and physicality. So we hope it's going to be a great game today in this way with a highly spirited game. Also, it's important for us.
We hope to see the same and for you to put on a show, obviously, for all our viewers at home. Thank you very much and good luck in your match.
Thank you.
I'm joined with 2 members of the Austrian national team, Andrea Zenz and Sandra Kenili. I work hard to get these Austrian names right. You 2 have been through the whole round robin now. You've seen a little bit of everybody. Tell us before the final now, what is it about ICENI that's got them here? What stands out about their game?
Yeah, they got it all. They have the throws, they have the legs, they run a lot. That's it.
Sure. I mean, they're a known powerhouse. We know them very well by now. The game against us was high-spirited. It was a super intense game. It was streamed, actually. We had great fun, both of us, our teams. And, yeah, we wish them the best of luck, to be honest. I think they're just strong in their throws and in their creativity as a team. And I'm really excited to see how it turns out.
Excellent. And you have played FRIZSTYLE as well, then, that means. Anything that stands out about their game? Any difference or a prediction? Who do you think is going to win out of these 2 teams?
That's a hard one. Yeah, that's a hard one. I'm going to say it's going to be a trading final. I would bet on ICENI right now, but just because our game yesterday in the afternoon, it was already with more tired legs, I guess, against FRIZSTYLE. And we could challenge them a little bit more with our zone. So let's see what ICENI puts on in defense.
Okay. Any difference of opinion? Do you agree with that?
No, I agreed.
Okay. Well, wonderful. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy the final. And you're all finished now? Okay. Enjoy the rest of the day on the sideline cheering on whoever you choose to support. Thank you. Good morning. We're back. We've got some more guests, of course. Fabrizio and Lucindo, organizers, directors of this tournament, and Lucindo, one of the originators of this club that names the tournament. Lucindo, tell us about what is Inmortales. Who are Inmortales? Where do they come from, and what is this?
So this started because this is our 25th anniversary. That's why I have Fabricio Alcalá here. He's the founder of the team. This team is founded by 4 brothers, the Alcalá brothers. So because he moved here to Spain, and also like 4 guys from Inmortales from Venezuela, they moved here. We got this idea to celebrate our 25th anniversary, and because of that, we started contacting people, and everything went so smoothly, and it's creative because the reaction we were getting from the teams made this happen. So the team made the work for us super easy because they want this to happen. So
Awesome. Sounds very good. The team, a good excuse to have a tournament after 25 years. Team moving across the Atlantic Ocean. Who were the first teams to get in that said, okay, we're in, and helped you believe that this could work? Who were some of the first supporters of this tournament?
the Canadian team, yeah, because we have 25 years playing this sport. We are bonded with Canadian teams, and some of them are playing AUDL. So before doing anything, we call them and we ask them, "Are you in?" And they say yes. Andrew Aucherloni. So he's one of the guys that helped us. He should be here. So we want to say thank you to Andrew. Thank for us to helping us, and yeah, so that triggered everything.
And of course, we'll see Andrew Aucherloni in the final in just a few hours' time. That's all coming up. We got the women's final and the men's final. Do you have any predictions who will win either of the finals? The women's is ICENI and FRIZSTYLE, and the men's Clapham and Los Otros. Who's going to win?
I think ICENI is gonna win because they have more experience, but the other team is surprising because they are new and they got to the final. So let's keep an eye on that team.
Okay,
so amazing.
ICENI, but be careful. And what about the men's?
The men's, Los Otros, Canada.
Ah,
Let's go.
Okay, well, we know where his support is. Let's have one last look at this sword. Show it up. Look at it. Tell us about this thing.
This is the symbol of the team. Every time we start a game, we do this, and we say, solo puede haber uno. There can only be one. So that's who we are, and that's why this guy is holding this. This is the sword.
Yeah.
And this is the symbol of the city of Madrid.
Okay.
It's a beer, so that's why this a combination of our symbol with the symbol of the city.
Bringing Venezuela and Spain together. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for hosting the tournament. We hope we have another one soon.
Yeah, so our idea is to do a tournament every 2 years because we want to bring together a team from US and Canada to Europe. So we want to make that's the philosophy of the tournament that will come.
Okay.
So next year we will not do it because it's gonna be in summer, and summer is we don't have time to do it.
Okay.
And we want to do it in 2 years because we want to let teams to have time to get prepared to travel from US to here.
Okay, put it on their calendar early and make some space for this 2 years in advance. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and good work on the tournament, and we'll see you in 2 years. But first, this final coming up. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
and bye. And we're back with a couple members of ICENI, Hannah Brew and Amelia Kennett, before their championship matchup here at the Madrid Ultimate International Cup. Hannah, how's the weekend been? How has the tournament gone for ICENI so far?
It's been absolutely fantastic. We've played some good teams and come out on top. We've had a great time. We absolutely smashed the party. So yeah, all in all, I think we've really made the tournament. So yeah,
amazing. Smashing the party sounds like a victory to me. Of course, I wish we could have seen there to see your smashing success at the party, but we got caught up in Madrid. Anyhow, your opposition today, FRIZSTYLE. You haven't played them. What do you know about them? What do you expect out of them?
to be honest, we don't actually know anything about them, but from what I gather, they have just put a team together. Maybe they haven't actually played together before, so which is pretty cool because we get to play like a team that we haven't seen before. I mean, obviously they're fantastic because they've won all their games like us, so yeah, looking forward to a good final against a team that we don't really know.
Cool, a couple of fantastic teams meeting in the final. And anything we've seen ICENI on the stream, of course, people at home. What should we expect out of ICENI in the final?
Yeah, this is you.
I would say today, expect the unexpected. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. I'm going to run long. Hopefully people will put it. I don't know.
Okay, well, expecting the unexpected. Amelia Kennett's going to get deep. That's as much as we know for now, but you ladies have a warm-up to get to, so thank you very much for your time, and good luck in the final.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
You should leave that in the picture. Put it on the far side of the field, next to the scoreboard. Next to the scoreboard. Heavy, heavy. Good morning and welcome to Madrid for the Madrid International Ultimate Cup. We are here on finals day. It's Sunday, and the last two teams standing, the last two undefeated in the women's division, are FRIZSTYLE, a collection of French club players, versus ICENI, the long-hold powerhouse from England. I'm Stefan Rapazzo, joined with the lovely Bolognese Laura Farolfi. Laura, how are we doing this morning first? And then let's talk about these two teams. But how are you this morning? Yes? I'm doing good, doing good. It was a lovely evening out in Madrid last night. But who do we got in front of us here? We got FRIZSTYLE ICENI. What do we know about them? How have they done? Any comparative notes? What do you think, Farolfi?
Better use it, but their advantage, and they also have been training together more times since they are a team, while FRIZSTYLE is more of a pickup team, even if I'm sure that during this day of the tournament they got the chance to melt and learn how their teammates play.
Yeah, they've probably found some chemistry, obviously, finding 6 wins. They must have found something. They're coming together. They've got some key players, I guess, FRIZSTYLE. The two sisters are ones to watch. Lisanne Bourneau and her sister Eva Bourneau wearing the 32 jersey and the 74 jersey.
Yeah, Lisanne with the 74.
Those two girls throw themselves around with reckless abandon.
And also Chloé Olivier with a 76.
So we'll look out for them as FRIZSTYLE gets underway. Bignal sends forward. Blanc, high stall count, gets Bourneau on the dump. Bourneau works hard to go around, just gets it off. Olivier. Bignal. Blanc again. to the attacking end, playing from the sideline. Bourneau went up the line, but one of her own cuts cut her off, and I think that was not the intended receiver, but it did count for a goal, and FRIZSTYLE hold their first possession.
Yeah, I forgot to mention Blanc. I think we are gonna see a lot of her during this game. And yes, I agree with you. This was not a throw for the intended receiver, but she got lucky there. Instead of losing the disc with a dumped attempt, the stall was high, the stall count was high, and she just tried to find someone in the end zone, and she turned out lucky.
Yeah, she put it on the right side of the stack, in fact the left side, but the correct side of the stack where there was on the break side. She had no mark to break herself and missed her crossing receiver, but like you said, got pretty lucky.
Yeah, I think that ICENI have to put more pressure on FRIZSTYLE if they want to get a defense and then a break. We've seen yesterday that Yaka managed to stop them effectively with flat zone, but first ICENI have to secure their first hold and then think about the defense.
Here they come, ICENI. First possession for them of the game. And we are underway with Cat Pope going way upfield, but that one hits the turf way before the intended receiver arrived, and FRIZSTYLE with a short field and a chance to break. Eva Bourneau walks to the disc, a deep vertical stack set. One handler flanks. Got the isolation but couldn't get the break. Disc across Smezjak. Bourneau gets free on the sideline. Continues on the doorstep, holstered, back to Bourneau. Bourneau up and over and back to Bourneau. We said her name a couple times there, just in that break side of the point. And FRIZSTYLE 2-0 with a break early.
Yeah, great patience there from the French handlers. Bourneau already showcasing what she's got for us and for the people watching at home.
Had you seen or heard of these Bourneau sisters before this weekend?
I have to admit, I also said it yesterday that I hadn't.
I think they're young players. They've been the up and coming in Dijon where they play, Lady Jontes, and they've been getting good over the years. But
yeah, I'm really impressed by them. I said it yesterday after the game against Yaka that I hadn't known, I hadn't heard of them, but
yes,
my mistake, my bad.
Now you know. I mean, it's also part of the COVID year. For a year and a half, they've been good for a few years, but in the last year and a half, there's been no tournaments, no big places to showcase, and now after some missing tournaments, they're back, and everybody's like, whoa, these girls got pretty good pretty quick, but it wasn't that quick. They've been good for a while, but now they're just on the big stage. Katie Flight gets the first pass. That's what they couldn't get last time, the gainer. And ICENI off and running. Esby moved it now forward. Thompson, she goes deep right away. Flight's there. And they strike with a nice efficient hold after their first one was squandered. They gave up the break, and now they've got the hold, and we'll hope to start trading at least.
Yeah, a nice offensive hold here from ICENI. Now I recognize them. They didn't let the mark set on them. They played it very fast, and they secured their first point.
And so you know a thing or two about ICENI. Who was when Shout won their first championship? Who was that against?
ICENI.
Oh, right. And you were on that team, weren't you, Fabi?
I was.
So you also did have the season before you lost to ICENI in the final. Is that correct? Before Shout won UCF crown. Did you lose in the final or no?
No, I think we arrived 1 year second third, then second, then fourth.
Okay, well, here we go. FRIZSTYLE. Eva Bourneau, the bid came, but wasn't enough. That Eva Bourneau got way in front. The throw was not, but she had enough time to correct. Gets the dump centered, and there's a pick on the play. Śmieziak with the disc.
We had lost in the semi against them.
Okay.
Entirely.
Here we go. Took a little, you had to dig back in the memory banks there.
I enjoyed my evening yesterday.
Okay, good. That's all that matters. Śmieziak, Lison Bourneau. To her sister, and she can't bail him out this time. That's 2 throws like that, those outside in floaty throws, and both just not ideal. Got away from them in both cases. And the second time, there was no bailing out. Turnover, here we come. And holy goodness, Millard. And these throws are not championship game caliber throws. The nerves are showing at this stage of the match. Well, no, they're giving each other chances. 71 with the disc. Bertrand. She goes for goal, and I thought there was nobody home, but at the last moment, Hélène Courtoisie changes direction, finds the disc, and cashes in for another FRIZSTYLE goal.
Yeah, I was about to say another lucky moment there for FRIZSTYLE, but I mean, lucky until a certain point. They seem more into the game so far, you know? That's why they managed to find and catch these discs.
They made it work, found a way. So FRIZSTYLE looking good. It's very, very early here, but these jitters, these nerves are very evident. There's been at least 4 or 5 now throws that are just untidy. There's no wind today. So it must be these championship nerves. Oh my God, we got to do one more. And yeah, hopefully they've gotten them out of them now, and we see the rest of this game just shot for shot.
Yeah, it's not easy to start playing a final, even if you get used to it, but it's never easy. You might think about the fact that it's streamed, people are watching from home.
Oh, definitely. The Ulti-TV pressure. Here comes Jin Ho and the ICENI attack O-line. Hannah Brew was so kind to do an interview with us pre-game. She gets it to Pope.
Yeah, Hannah Brew definitely a player to watch for the ICENI squad. Relentless handler.
Oh, she wound up, but she did not give it. Then she gives the quick pass to sideline. Damon engages Pope, but too many there. Now Brew, and tight defense, but we've got a call on the play. The disc and the mark have no idea that there is a call on the play, but there is a call on the play. And they still don't know that there's a call on the play, but there's a call on the play. And still one more throw. And that score does not count. But
I don't
all of
understand
the
if it was
attacking
a
and defending
travel.
players, I don't understand how it was a travel either. I'd love to have another look. Here we do get another look, or we may. We may get a replay.
We would love the players here to use the hand signals to help us a bit.
Here's a
Travel. I don't think she took a clearly advantage on that.
I don't think she traveled, like her foot.
She moved it slightly, but backwards, not taking more space, you know.
Oh yeah, there was a slight move there by the letter of the law, sure, but a strange one. I always wonder how people notice that if they're watching toe like that so closely. Here we go. Back in action. Randy Burns gets it off to Ho. Options covered until Pope comes. Midfield now, Pope with a big gainer, but I said but nothing. Randy Burns does turn and collect it. The throw was on point. I thought it was in front, but that one counts for a goal for ICENI.
Yeah, well done from the ICENI, keeping their minds chill after the goal and securing this hold and staying within one from the French players. I'm curious to see what the ICENI are going to do on defense on this one to tie this game.
So they need a break, of course. That's the easy way to analyze this. Lots of games still, no pressure to get that break right now, but it is something they're gonna have to get done eventually with a D-line from a pull. So here is a chance.
They are going with a person defense.
As Bordeaux sends it across the field. Schmajek playing in the head-like set.
Yeah, poaching person defense.
Courtoisie and then back to Bordeaux, playing into their own end. Bordeaux goes up and over and way too much float. Defense gets there. That's Maeve Crowley who gets there for the Mac and smack away. Peggy Thompson gets the upline from Flight, but the replacement is preferable. It goes low to Ellsby, but she keeps it off the turf. Thompson again now for goal. That one was there. Thompson was celebrating already what should have been an assist. Straight through the hands of Wibonwa, and FRIZSTYLE get another chance.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate drop.
Those ones, every drop's unfortunate, but in the end zone, both hands on it. They're
not really pressured.
Yeah, that one even more unfortunate, or even less fortunate, we'll say. And the defense there, just enough. I don't think the D got there. Maybe the footsteps heard her coming, just enough to take her off her concentration. Flight gets a cut this way and that from Thompson, but the throw too far in front. And again, FRIZSTYLE with a chance to hold.
Yeah, many turnovers on this point. It could go either way. Let's see if ICENI can get another defense.
Courtoisie and Bordeaux playing behind the disc. Sideline to sideline, then we get a pick before that throw, so we'll get it back as everybody flexes their muscles to indicate the pick. Back in action, Bordeaux with the disc. Up, gets the gainer to Blanc. Bordeaux. Courtoisie. Slow and steady now.
Yeah, the vert stack in the end zone is a bit cramped.
Cramped, yes, but quite tidy for in the middle of a point.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
That's, that looks like coming out of a timeout kind of a stack, not a stoppage from a called discussion. Bordeaux goes high, keeps that one alive on the doorstep, sees the hammer. It's there, Courtoisie under it, nobody there. And sideline to sideline to make the goal count.
Yeah, there was definitely a majority of players in black jerseys there, the close side. So just a throw into space, trusting her teammates that one of them was gonna come down with that disc.
Having trust your receiver. The hammer had a little extra float on it,
Yes.
but she could afford it. Her receiver had a boatload of space on that far side of the field, so it didn't have to be a laser.
Yeah, many of the defenders were, I wouldn't say poaching, but taking more step towards the open side. So yeah, I agree it was floaty, but they were free there.
Well weighted. So 4-2, double up. ICENI with a chance to hold here, keep it within one if they can do so.
Yeah, we're seeing Brew giving direction to her teammates there on the line.
Anna Brew giving directions to her team, giving you viewers at home a wonderful interview as well. And here she is with disc in hand, Brew, and she's gone deep, jacked it right away. Damon there, but the step in front defense easily by Olivier, and FRIZSTYLE going the other way. No, nothing for Bordeaux, so she goes up the line and gets out a second effort. Still on that sideline though, they're gonna wanna get out of there, or else that's gonna happen, and that did happen. A D for ICENI, and they get a second chance to hold.
Yeah, Katie Light there with a D on that sideline.
Burns waits for the cut to develop. Pope goes around, and so does the throw. Up line, right through the hands of Charlie Ellis. FRIZSTYLE with a short field.
A light breeze picking up a bit here.
Towards the attacking end, that's Bertrand with the disc. Gets a straight dump from Bordeaux, but she doesn't like it. And then she puts the floater to no one. Why did she not engage and stay with that dump is my question.
Amazing mark there on the disc by Anna Brew. I think that the D is
Credited to the mark.
credited to the mark, definitely.
I said, why didn't she engage the dump? Maybe that's exactly why, because of a tough mark. And then they're just giving them right back. Don't want to catch these ones. 22, Ellis lets it go to turf. And here we come now. The French have got to feel it after getting so many opportunities for this break. But they've done it again, too far out in front. Time to collect the nerves. ICENI. Burns picks up the disc. No mark there yet. Now a player on Ho.
Yeah, not many downfield options for ICENI there. Forced to play with the handlers, and that's what they are doing.
And you're absolutely right. No upfield options. When they go for it, they get nothing but a defensive step in front.
Yeah, I wanted to say upfield, sorry.
And here is Bordeaux, and here are the cuts developing. Well, perfect throw. The defense was picking up speed. You thought they had a chance. And that one too fast, too hard, too far in front. So,
Would you call that
multi-turnover.
timeout?
Well, yeah, timeouts are allowed at this stage of the game at this point.
Yeah,
For
but
sure.
it's still 4-2 and...
Yeah, you only get one per half. I
Yeah.
get it. But they're running tired of it. You can see the...
Yeah, and it's their old. I see it definitely needing this old.
I don't think we're going to see it, though. Brew walks to the line.
Yeah.
I think she's going to put it deep, is what I think.
I would have never called a timeout there on the sideline, maybe after having centered the disc, but they have no intention of doing it all
Bordeaux takes
together.
that high and easy, but they've got their field back. Put FRIZSTYLE on the other end, and they've got a long way to go now. At a point like this, maybe a punt and pin is not a bad strategy. See who makes the mistake closest to their own end zone. But Bordeaux trying to avoid any of that, and she can't as that one goes out of bounds. Crozier can't get it because it was thrown beyond the sideline.
Amazing short field option there for ICENI. Once again, Anna Brieux going to pick up the disc. Let's see if they can secure this offensive possession and score this point.
And so as much as it may not be the actual strategy, they're hugging, at least when they're hugging, they're putting it very, very deep. And in a point where there have been many turnovers, it's come to fruition. And they've got a much shorter field to look at this time as Ellis and Ho playing behind the disc, and they're giving it right back. Too many easy errors going on here right now.
Yeah, many errors on the catches. Movements are okay. I mean, Ketif Jin-O going there to get the dump, but she missed the catch.
Timeout taken by Bordeaux in the end, so they're taking the timeout to break here. They're not directly on a sideline. And about midfield, what do you think about that?
I think it's a good choice because yes, as you said, the discer is not trapped on the sideline, and for FRIZSTYLE, this is a break option point, and so they have the chance to go up by 3 points. So
3-point lead would be very comfortable in a first half that's slow to get going. It looked like a good scoring pace early, but of course this last point has definitely settled the pace of scoring. So again, I always say it, these points count for more. Okay, once you get into a long turnover, many multi-turnover point, they obviously only count for one. But in terms of like what it does for confidence or wrecking confidence, these points are the ones that count for more in that sense.
especially for ICENI, it counts. Because even if they score this, it would have taken them a lot of time, while on the other end, FRIZSTYLE could go back on offense after this long point on defense and still keep crashing the confidence of the English squad by scoring a fast point. But let's see what is going to happen now.
Here we go. After the timeout, the FRIZSTYLE set up in a very clean horizontal stack. 4 across in the upfield position, sideline to sideline. 2 handlers flank. Bordeaux over the disc.
ICENI deciding to poaching there, trying to stop the first few options.
Back in action.
That's exactly what happened for a few seconds, but a nice break there.
And Bordeaux gets it back, and they have effectively run their play, which is great. Now they're back in motion. They got their breather. They weren't trying to draw up a scoring play in one throw. They've got the offense back moving. So effective timeout thus far. Bordeaux sends it back to Olivier. Forwarding backhand, far sideline, Lamotte. Bordeaux. Pick.
Playing patiently so far.
Bordeaux with the disc, centering, gets it to Guyot. Oh, she fakes a big backhand break, then goes wide, has her next receiver, Courtoisie, on the doorstep. She wants a great looking throw over the shoulder, high release backhand for the break, and the break on the mark and the break point. 5-2 now for FRIZSTYLE.
Yeah, that was an incredible offensive action. They didn't accelerate, and this eye release backhand in the end was amazing. So ICENI now definitely in need of a hold. While I'm sure that the FRIZSTYLE team will make them fight for it once again.
Gonna make them fight. ICENI's got to show their mettle here, find something. They've got to find ways to hold before this gap gets insurmountable. Of course, in the ladies division, the women's division this weekend, we've seen big gaps and big comebacks, long runs coming from all sorts of teams, so nothing is impossible.
Yeah, one was actually against FRIZSTYLE yesterday, a comeback from Yaka. In the end, FRIZSTYLE won the game.
But we saw them down, what, 7 points run or something like this. ICENI, oh, that break too much on us. She worked way too hard to get down and ended up putting it in the turf. So FRIZSTYLE again, Śmezjak. We got a Bordeaux in the dump space and a Bordeaux in the front of the stack. And not surprising, we get Bordeaux to Bordeaux there. Lison and Eva behind the disc. Forwards to Blanc. Oh, the defense was there, but not quick enough. Hung on to there. On the sideline, engages Eva Bordeaux. Bordeaux to Śmezjak. Back to Lison Bordeaux. She goes quick and early and all sorts of space there. FRIZSTYLE really doing it right now. Courtoisie with the goal, and 6-2, big lead going on here first half. Laura.
They definitely found a great chemistry there, playing collectively. Yes, we've seen a lot of the likes of the Bordeaux sisters, but also Blanc getting involved, Śmezjak. They're playing together. They're very smooth.
Working well. Anything can happen, but we also have to keep in mind this tournament format, which happened in the Yaka game. They did make an incredible comeback. FRIZSTYLE got some space back, but then Yaka finished the game on a score, and time was over. It was very bizarre. I've never seen it, but the tournament rule is it's only if it's within one single point at the end of regulation will there be a +1. If it's more than 2, it's over in 90 minutes, which is a strange format, and I believe should not be applied to the finals. But these people, I think it's mostly for scheduling to make sure all the games fit. But now that doesn't apply.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that, Stefan.
Before, so it's probably not
or maybe if they did, we are not aware of it.
Yes.
So
that is one thing to be aware of.
Yeah, so ICENI are not just playing against FRIZSTYLE, but might be playing also against time there if they want to come back in the second half. Or, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna give it all to come back in the first half and open the game. But even if they were to try to do it in the second half, they will have to do it. Yeah.
People having fun, people taking naps. A beautiful Sunday in Madrid after a couple couple of chilly days. I mean, it's been nice. It's never been horrible here by any stretch of the imagination. But yesterday was cold, and today, oh la la, the sun, to wake up to the sun, what a glorious way to this morning.
Yeah, the weather forecast was even worse. It was supposed to be raining yesterday all day. We got lucky that it didn't rain, but it was cold, so now the sun is kissing our faces. Everyone else's.
It is beautiful. So, ICENI talking about what they can do to turn the tide on this FRIZSTYLE team. A bunch of pickups from all over France that have come together well on this weekend in Madrid.
Yeah, but they seem to have found their way to play as a team.
Nice pull by Borno. Hands of Pope and then De Bruyne. Back to Pope. Looking for an upfield. Gets Ho.
ICENI not giving continuations from the cutter. That's a pity.
Gets it in power position, but straight into the defense. And Borno ran to the line. She was faking her backhand before she even put her pivot foot down. Didn't give that backhand. Goes to Guillaume. And then across just out in front of the defense there. Borno. All the way up, big gainer there. She's caught it, and no difficulties with the line. The line actually popped up. Everybody's happy to say that she was in. It was very close to being it.
Yeah.
Borno with the disc. And she bangs it right into the defense. ICENI get another chance.
Yeah, I think that ICENI, if they want to come back in the game, they need to improve the flow with their cutters. The handlers are working so hard to reset the stall count every time, but from upfield, we've seen not enough option to giving them the chance to score. Let's see what's gonna happen now.
We see another turnover into the hands of Randy Burns.
Yeah, once again, a turnover.
Guillaume, great catch, a little bit of pressure on her, but overhead one-hand catch, keeps it alive, and then a break to Borno, catches it inside of her body. She puts it deep, receivers there, defense can't quite get there, though she closed down, a little bit of contact, not quite in yet. Still looking for a cut, everybody just stood still for a second, and now it's crowded house. Borno gets the dump.
Yeah, nice defense there, 9% defense there from ICENI.
Shot for goal
but
counts.
it was not
31.
enough. Yeah.
It's Kathleen Mallard who gets the goal in the end. And yeah, there was some nice trailing defense, some nice defense after the huck. But I guess not quite enough in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, the French managed to dump it and then found an open option right away.
There's the breakthrow from Guillaume.
We've seen two of them. Amazing. Yeah, I think that the French are showing everything, like throwings, clean cuts, continuations, tight defense.
And I think above all is poise.
Exactly.
That's what ICENI's lacking. And we've had a couple points where, okay, FRIZSTYLE's made some mistakes, and ICENI as well. But FRIZSTYLE's like can forget them and put them away. That's the difference right now. They're not outplaying them by so much. They're just calmer. They have a bit more.
Yeah, now for ICENI also is getting harder because they feel the pressure to open the game again. But I mean, it's counterintuitive. Like you're feeling this pressure, but there is not much you can do. Just play with poise, the point that you're playing, and then focusing after on pressuring for another one.
It's so hard to not look at the scoreboard.
Exactly.
But that's exactly what needs to happen. Katie Flight with the disc gets the forwarding pass to count. Then comes all the way across field. A couple of swipes, fakes, high stall count, keeps her toe there. Does Roland, now centering to Thompson. Thomas, she thought about the big but didn't take it. Now Flight and Bordeaux there, throwing her body around. Almost gets a piece of that. Flight goes around, number 70 with the disc back to Thompson. Thompson, far sideline. Gets a pair of complimentary dump cuts there and takes the dump. Now goes big to Thompson. Defense is in front though. And defense gets the hand there, knocks it away.
Yeah, these French are relentless on defense.
They are.
Even if they are leading by a big margin there, they are not done yet. They are really fighting for every disc.
Putting on a heck of a show out there are the French ladies. And that's the thing, that throw was a little bit of a 50-50 for sure. But there wasn't many other options. They're getting tired again. They're going away from their willingness to continue in the reset positions to dump and to swing. So repetitively, they want a bit more, and they're forcing it a little bit.
Yeah, now Freestyle with the chance to take off 8-2.
Here they come. Schmezjak can't get out of her own end zone. McLeish. Schmezjak. Lison Borneau.
ICENI with a flat zone.
And they strip it away from each other there due to FRIZSTYLE players. Courtoisie, the one who hangs on. Bordeaux has to go to ground, but she doesn't mind. She's been doing it all weekend.
Yeah, no, it's a person defense, but they were poaching.
Okay. Bordeaux, Eva with the disc this time. She goes hammer. We've seen a hammer out of each Bordeaux sister. And Eva Bordeaux cleans it up in the pile. She's not afraid of contact. Is she looking for another hammer? No, not the option. She's thrown cross field. Katie Flight almost had a snack. But goodness gracious, FRIZSTYLE take the half in style. 8-2. Can you believe it, Farolfi?
Yeah, they are very good at opening up space, playing wide, not scared to throw the disc to an empty space, knowing that their teammates are going to be there before their opponents.
Well, a wild first half. FRIZSTYLE taking every single bit of the momentum in this game. ICENI will have to go into half scratching their heads, thinking of something that can get a spark for the second half. They're going to take a break. We're going to do the same. Don't you go anywhere. Laura Farolfi and myself, Stefan Rapazzo, we will be right back to bring you the second half.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, Ultimate TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Second half action. FRIZSTYLE walking their cheer down to the other line. They've got some nice energy out there. They are feeling it.
Putting mental pressure on ICENI, letting them know that if they want to come back, they really have to fight for it.
And I like that. I mean, I don't think they were walking by to intimidate.
No, but
I do know that there's some intimidation may have come from that.
Yeah.
They're still trying to. Oh my goodness, what do we do to beat these players? To beat this team, and there they are marching next to them, singing their chants. And they're just the corner of their eye, the back of their head. They're living there for the moment.
Even if it was intentional, I would have liked it personally. I mean, you just have to play everything in the game. They were not unspirited, they were just cheering. So.
True. So, second half, ICENI need some answers. Maybe some of their star players, some of their top players are going to need to step up and win some of their matchups, outplay some of these opposing players. Kenneth, Flight, Thompson, Brew. They've not had bad games, but they've been quiet. They've been reduced because of the pressure of this FRIZSTYLE squad, some of these matchups, tight matchups against the Borneau sisters and the likes of the rest of the roster.
Yeah, we haven't seen much from Kenneth, the Eurostar player from GB. Maybe she's not feeling well, I don't know.
So, Hope to the disc. Hope gets the under to Ellis. Ellis upfield. All sorts of space there for Burns. Now Brew. They are in the scoring zone here. They're 10 meters out. Near sideline, there it is for the goal. They open the second half nice. That's Haley Damon for the goal. And ICENI do the bare minimum to open this half with a positive note.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what they come up with on defense. That's gonna be key to come back, obviously.
They haven't had many chances to chase a pull. They haven't had many chances to put some pressure on in the other end. So, I mean, that's what you win back with a hold, is that the chance to play defense, the chance to dictate while playing D. And they've done what they needed to do to earn that right in this second half.
Yeah, we've seen it yesterday in the game. FRIZSTYLE against Yaka, in the comeback of Yaka in the second half, that FRIZSTYLE can be mentally pressured to make mistakes and can be scared off, but ICENI are not going to get it for free, obviously. So yesterday we've seen Mondio carrying the team on her shoulder. We need to see something similar from ICENI today, from one or more players.
Thompson trying to make a bid there. That one, though, not because of defensive pressure, just gets too far out in front. Now, ICENI, chance to break. Precious chance to break. Straight to Flight and straight to ground, and that precious chance to break turns into a glorious 0-meter offensive possession for FRIZSTYLE.
It seems very hard for ICENI to find a connection between handlers and cutters. Something that is not happening for FRIZSTYLE.
That's it. FRIZSTYLE are having no problem. They're going sideline to sideline. They're going handler to cutter. They're going Borneau to Borneau. They're finding ways to make it work. And again, a very precious, precious opportunity. And it's just simply thrown away. And one, it's thrown away, an unforced error, a missed throw. And then, wow, they make them pay quickly. 2-3 throws from the goal line there, Borneau to Borneau. The FRIZSTYLE outfit is just looking stronger by the minute.
Yeah, they're keeping their momentum high, definitely. So 9-2, 9-3 here in Madrid during the women's final freestyle, having taken the best out of ICENI.
Here we go. Pull again. ICENI need their holds. Katie Flight to the brick mark.
Nice
Takes
Pochi
Brew.
D. Nice Pochi D there.
Insisting they go to the sideline, and they do. Flight goes up line. Oh! Falls down while that hammer went all the way across to Kenneth. Brew wants Kenneth again, gets her, and she is getting herself into the game. A little bit of a move to make some space before she sends it to Flight. Flight asking for a little bit more from her upfield options. That now finally looks to have a throw to Brew, but it goes to ground before Brew can get down.
Yeah, the disc fell quickly, maybe too quickly to try laying out.
We owe to, was it shot for goal, too much on it, even for the trailing option. Bertrand can't get there, and it was too far in front for Lamotte.
Yeah, Lamotte's only chance was to try to jump to catch it, because it was a very fast disc. She didn't jump. She tried to read it afterwards, but she couldn't.
We know Adam Flash saying at least they smashed the party. Here is Amelia Kennett going deep. That's what she said we might expect to see out of them. Now she shows frustration that there's nobody in the trailing space, but now Flight and back to Kennett, and ICENI hold and give us a glimpse of what they're capable of.
Exactly. This is what I was expecting from ICENI at the beginning of the game. They're very good in the long game. Kenneth is a very, very strong deep cutter, and yeah, she showcased what she can do. Maybe she listened. My words.
She heard.
She heard me.
So yes, Adam Flaya said, well, at least they smashed the party, as Amelia Kenneth told us in the pregame interview. And yes, at least they did that. But now they're also showing that they do have it in them. They've got a long way to go. But there is potential. There is a possibility. They're showing with each goal like this, with this last goal, that they can set these up. Amelia Kenneth does have the speed to get separation. Flight does have the throws to put it out in front. They can get to the goal line and reset and still punch it in. It's all there, it's all available. Has this sparked their confidence, hopefully?
Let's see if that nice offensive point gave them enough confidence to come back in the game.
Lison Bourneau goes central. Oh, and a D there by Amelia Kennett. The Eurostar is now stepped up 2 points in a row, making plays.
Glad to see that happening.
Becky Thompson picks up the disc. Bourneau on the mark. And a huge hand block, point blank, Lison Bourneau. What a move by her, denying Thompson right point blank.
A very hard choice there from Becky Thompson, also because she was very close to our camera here. Not so much space to throw that huck. A very narrow window.
right in front of the action, and now we've got a potential foul. The intended receiver was taken out of the play. The second chance receiver couldn't get there. Not sure where the foul was. Maybe we'll get a replay. Here's another look. So number 17 went down. Not sure how she got tangled up with Flight there, but it is number 17 from FRIZSTYLE, Emma Crozier, who is making claims of the foul. Here's another look, and you see her down early. How did she go down? And then Flight runs into her while she's trying to get up. Did she go down on her own originally? Is that what happened? And then called the foul while Flight tried to run through her. Let's try and see as early as possible. Where is 17? She's already down in the picture by the time our camera's there. And then Flight runs into her. Knee to the head there, unfortunate. And I mean, that is a foul, but it has no effect on the play.
The player decided to retract it in the end.
Which is, I think, a good call. I think she fell on her own accord and then caused that contact trying to get back into the play. Flight goes up line, but not all the way to the line, still in the middle of the field. Now Bourneau goes down and offers space to Thompson, but she can't get there despite a nice bid.
Yeah, even if there was a turnover there, I liked how the ICENI stretched up on the field, creating more space instead of having many cutters stuck in the middle.
Blanc with the disc, then centered to Olivier. Olivier goes back and puts one just close enough for Millard, but she can't return the favor to Guyot. Too far in front, and ICENI disc.
Yeah, Kenneth always so close there.
I have a feeling Kenneth's off and running right now, and she is, but Flight can't get the throw off. Thompson goes forward, gets Ellsby, floaty one, but they can keep it going. Rowland goes backwards to Flight. Now to Thompson. Gets Kenneth towards the sideline, she stays in. And nice throw, good vision, and the continuation. ICENI stay on the board, put on their 5th point, working 9 to 5 with a way to make a living.
Yeah, they seem to have woken up. Let's see what's gonna happen next. What do you think, Stefan?
Well, it's very nice to see them back in action. Okay, they're scoring. What's going to happen next? Do I think they have it in them to mount a comeback? That's the question, I think. I mean, are they going to...
Yes, that's the question I'm asking you.
Are they going to fall apart and let FRIZSTYLE have this one? I don't think so. Are they going to get a big run and get right back in this? I'm not sure about that either. I think they'll continue to hold. They're going to sneak a break or two, but I feel like FRIZSTYLE is too strong right now. But we saw them in a very strong position yesterday, and they gave Yaka a whole bunch of space to come back in that game. So it can happen, but do I think so? No. I think FRIZSTYLE is going to maintain at least a 2 or 3 point lead for most of the game. That might go to 2 at the closest, but I think they're going to hold. That's my...
We see if your predictions are true, Stefan.
We know I got a poor record on these predictions, but I'm always very specific with them, so I make it hard for me. Here comes Śmieziak to Eva Bourneau. Bourneau to Bourneau, that's Eva to Lison. Courtoisie, up line, Bourneau.
Burning speed there from Bourneau, like really anchoring this offense.
And we have a call. Not sure if it was foul. I think I saw crossed arms there that indicated foul for a second. So violation is now the hand signal we're seeing. Violation is our hand signal. Not sure if it was a fast count, if it was... And we're all happy to get back into play now. Lison Bourneau, her sister in the dump space, but well defended everywhere. Violation again. What was this violation? Is it a
Maybe a
marking
scoring
infraction?
violation? Maybe she said fast count and the player didn't go back? I don't know, she's moving her hands.
Initiation violation starting before the disc was
Or
tapped
maybe.
in. Not sure exactly. We know it is a violation.
Coming in from 0, I guess.
Here we go. Lison Bourneau with the disc. On the sideline, 20 meters out. Up over everyone, but Courtoisier is there. She shoots for goal. Schmezjak is there, and they hold again, double digits, but...
A foul call there from Thompson enduring some physical contact. I'm not sure it impacted on the result of this play, though. But, okay. She called that travel. Okay.
Travel called. Let's have another look. But we're back in play. Here we come, Eva Bourneau. Back to Lison Bourneau. Those two sisters play very well together. Here's a hammer. Crossfield defense is coming and gets a piece before Schmezjak can close her hands on it.
Once again, Kenneth with the D, showing us why she got selected for the Eurostar Tour 2 years ago.
Disc in play. ICENI with a full field in front of them, playing out of their corner, in front of their end zone. Leading pass, flight, and there's a poach somewhere. Bourneau trying desperately to catch up. Thompson comes in front. Defense was there, but Thompson read it perfectly. Now up and deep to the end zone. Floaty for number 8. Randy Burns hauls it in, and ICENI get away with one there when it looked like it was going the other way.
Yeah, great put there from Thompson. Then celebrating and asking her teammates to cheer up alongside with her.
Trying to get them all hyped up with that energy. And the difference, again, that was almost a 10-5 game. That score seemed to have been called back on a travel. The turnover at 9-6 is a much more comfortable place to be for ICENI than 10-5.
Yeah, and they still have time. So.
Well, hopefully for them, I'm wrong about my prediction. And they come back and turn this into a nail-biter, barn burner of a game.
We see Kenneth playing another point there.
Noah Brinkworth trying to impose names on me, the fence sitter, as though I'm not taking a stance. We know your stance, Noah, hex or die. Hex is everything. Let's use this really inefficient brand and promote it as the be-all and end-all. If we're calling names, I'm on the mic. Noah, welcome to the game. It's great to have you in the comments, and I call them like I see them, and that's the only way I know how to do it. 74, Lison Bourneau comes under. Guyot Gets it forward, but too far in front.
The ICENI sideline cheering, looking happy about this chance that they've got.
Becky Thompson. What a leading throw to Katie Flight. Gone up all the way over. It's floaty. Defense is there first, but almost missed it. Did miss the smacking effort at that. But luckily didn't need much more than that, and it was too far in front of the other intended receivers.
Yeah, Katie Flight rushing it up a bit. I'm not sure that it was necessary.
Oh, player goes down there. The secondary can't get there. There's a foul called. I wasn't sure if she tripped on her own accord or if she clacked heels with the defender, but she's called the foul. So there must have been some contact with somebody, not just the turf.
Yeah, I think their feet got trapped together. We see the ICENI defender contesting the call. So the disc is coming back because Guyot believed she might have had a chance to catch it. That's what's happening.
Borneau winds up, sends deep. 76 is there. What a reception for her. Olivier on the doorstep. Gets Borneau. Great lateral cut. There goes the other way. In for goal. Lamotte. And it is 10-6 now. FRIZSTYLE maintaining their holds.
Yeah, they don't seem scared at all.
How about that deep hug from Borneau?
It was amazing.
She gets to the sideline in power position, zero hesitation. 40-meter throw, 40-meter throw right up the line, right and just in front of her receiver.
Yeah, and Chloé Olivier there with the run to receive it, marked by Kenneth, another very fast player. She made it look easy, Olivier there, but I'm sure it was not.
Not at all. She looked to be moving at a pace. I thought for a second she was going to need to lay out for it, but she was moving quick enough. And I guess her thrower knows her well enough, even on a pickup team, to have weighted it just right.
If I'm not wrong, Olivier and the Borneau sister are on the short list of the French national squad for the World Games.
You are not wrong. Those are all correct assessments. I believe there's another name that was on this list, Berthe, but she might be not here or injured, who's also on that short list. The short list being 12 and 12, of course, 24 players for now, 12 men, 12 women. Hannah Brew, ICENI, lead holds, starts here. Ho goes up line and gets a little bit of space. Then gets the outfield and strip right away. She calls the strip, and there's a contest. We're gonna have a look at this on the camera. Ooh, I'd love another look. Here it is again. Oh, I think she's got a claim to a strip. It was like...
Yes, I agree. I agree.
I
It
thought
was also my impression since they're
right in front of us.
right in front of us.
Yeah, my initial impression was that it was a clean D, but after watching that in slow-mo, I think a justifiable claim that the attacking player had her hands on it as well. Brew now with the disc. She goes forward, gets herself
Oh, working very hard.
Working very hard, but all sorts of pressure, and these throws are not coming off. The French sideline now is starting to get a little bit excited. They can smell this victory, and they are cheering on their compatriots. Borneau goes to Bertrand. Borneau goes down, hits the ground nicely, and pops straight back up. Schmezmiak.
Suspiciously alone there.
That's the
Chloé
way
Olivier.
those picks develop, isn't it? Back in play, Schmezmiak, Olivier, Borneau. Low, but well handled by Leclerc. And Borneau again. She's doing it everywhere. What a play to pick that one up in the corner. FRIZSTYLE getting strong, getting stronger.
Yeah, an amazing catch there in the end zone.
And
glad that we can take another look at it.
She really hits the ground well, Borneau, on this goal-scoring effort. She almost splashes into the ground. She goes
flying with one-handed catch. Yeah.
Hand away from Madi. Beautiful catch. Ravi Vasudevan joining us in the comments. And yes, Ravi, FRIZSTYLE is pretty much a French pickup team. They've got a men's incarnation as well, and I know that the men's version of FRIZSTYLE had 7 different teams represented. I'm not quite sure what the women's club breakdown is, but I'd imagine it would be pretty similar. They're wearing the Grenoble Monkey ladies kits, the Queen Kong kits, but it's not the Grenoble team at all. There's a little bit of everything out there. Pull goes out of bounds, will likely come in at the brick mark. Katie Flight strides over to pick it up. You see Clapham in the background there, getting ready to feature in the men's final coming up next against Los Otros, a team organized in France, but mostly Canadian players, also a pickup version as well. Here comes Katie Flight and ICENI. Thompson gets space and works towards the midfield. Sees Brew, crosses right away where there was a little bit of a poach space. Now Katie Flight, still working their side of half. They get it over to Crowley. She wanted it off the line, but went up the line at 17. She hurt herself. Something happened going down. She smacked it away, but there was more concern about her body, I think, than the disc for a second there.
Yeah, the disc was really close to the sideline. Not so much the receiver could do on that. And FRIZSTYLE with a chance of another break in their end.
We've got a precision on the point of pivot here. Get the sniffer dogs out. We need to know exactly where that foot was. Here comes Borneau. She has engaged, but didn't like what she saw. She went deep and get a great play there out of Courtoisie. Borneau Ooh, up and high, knocked away by, or plucked away by Thompson. She goes to Brew. Up line, Burns, Flight. Flight to Brew. Back to Flight. Moves it over far sideline. Crowley goes to goal. They're in. Qui Bonpa with the goal, and ICENI get a hold.
Yeah, ICENI are not done yet. We've seen once again Thompson cheering up.
And it is time for a Slurpee. 7-11 is the scoreline. 4-point lead for the French pickup crew. But
Yeah.
ICENI getting a hold there, keeping it within reason.
Yeah, but I believe that the French squad learned their lesson yesterday not to consider themselves done after a very good first half. That's what happened yesterday against Yaka, who had a comeback, even if in the end Freestyle won the game. But this time, Freestyle are not getting themselves too challenged or scared by the ICENI effort to come back in the game.
Not yet, but a hold and a break changes everything. So they got the hold. Let's see what happens next. Again, thank you all for joining us on Alti.tv. Make sure you're clicking all those buttons, subscribing, liking, sharing, and of course, become a member. Schmezmiak to Borneau. In her own end, centering. That one almost got in front, but Lecliche hangs on. Borneau to her sister Eva Borneau. Forward Olivier. And a hand block there by Amelia Kennett.
The third defense from Kenneth, looking now to score a point. Too far for her.
Far in front. She got just enough separation from Lison Borneau, but could not hang on or could not catch up to the disc. It was too far in front.
So Freestyle now with the opportunity to extend their lead.
A chance to extend a long field in front of them. Borneau to Borneau to get things going. Not a big surprise hearing those names. Lecliche, Schmezmiak, back to Borneau. Lecliche can't get there, but Becky Thompson can for the interception. Upline to Flight. She goes all the way to the other side. She has a receiver. Does she have enough room? Oh my goodness. I thought it was just about the line. And then Eva Borneau comes flying in. She doesn't get the D, but now there is a question about the line. Let's have a look here. Looking at Flight setting up. She's about to go cross field here. And watching Borneau come in. And that is out of bounds. She's on her toe is on the line. It is out of bounds by our perspective.
Katie Flight had thrown a similar disc before that was defended. Once again, I think it was an okay idea, but unfortunately it was too close to the sideline and the receiver couldn't catch it under that pressure.
And then they give it straight back. What great pressure from Borneau. And I mean, that's probably the pressure came and made it harder for her to watch where she could even put her foot. Anyways, here's Thompson right in. Nice cheeky break right up the guts of the defense.
Yeah, there was a nice Pochi defense there, but then when the reset handlers moved towards the closed space, the defender decided to follow her, opening up then the space for this break. Well done there.
8-11. Liam Grant agrees with me. He says it's oot. I can hear him mimicking my Canadian accent. Oot means out. I swear I say out, but that's fine if you hear oot out of me and my Canadianness. There's still a touch of it left in my nomadic blood.
Well, if we have to talk about accent, I mean, there is a lot to say about mine, but please be good with me, guys.
Farolfi doing a wonderful job. Great to have her here, especially doing a final in a division that she's been such a big part of over the last few years. So unfortunately forced into the booth because you haven't had a chance to play. You've been injured, coming back from an injury. And again, to our benefit, we at least get to use you for some ultimate wisdom while you're forced off of the field.
Very glad to have found this way to keep being part of this community.
Great to have you. Here's Borno now. Oh, and she got a little too excited there, trying to do too much in that one.
ICENI with the chance to shorten the freestyle lead and go back within 2. 2 sounds very good, I'm sure.
Becky Thompson, the flight, she's there for sure. Where's the continuation? On the doorstep, and it is there, Kenneth, and she puts the disc right down. They're celebrating, and ICENI have given us the emergency score, 9-11, back within 2. I said that is as close as they would get. Prove me wrong, ICENI. You've mounted a small comeback so far.
And the French squad have to prove you right, right?
That's right.
Let's see if they can keep their minds chill and cool and secure their holds. That's just what they need, right, to win this game. Secure their holds.
Secure their holds, and they've got it all done. Liam Grant says I should just do the rest of my commentary in my Irish accent. Not sure how far I can keep it up for, Liam. To be sure, not more than about 5 more seconds here. That's all I'm going to give you this time. But I like giving a bit of Irish accent. I've never been to Ireland. I need to go. I would love to go. Limerick would be a great excuse to get there, but I'm not sure it's going to happen tournament-wise. Visiting Liam Grant and going to the beaches of Lahinch would also be a great excuse to get to Ireland. Get some big slab surf out there.
Yeah, I will go soon as part of the EUGEM project of the European Federation. There is a get-together of the team in Dublin. So finally, I will get the chance to visit that great country.
Jan Helton, a shout out watching and subscribing. Thank you for becoming a member, Jan Hillman. And FRIZSTYLE, Olivier. And this is the second time we've had a call that has been ignored and played on through, but they're going to get it. It's going back.
A trouble call there, stopping the flow of the French players.
ICENI have indeed shortened their lines, as the commentary talking about. You see Flight, Thompson, Kenneth, at least those 3 are taking a bigger part of the workload in the last few points. Lison Borno. Borno to Śmieźmiak. Oh, the under Thompson putting pressure on, but it connects.
Thompson is on fire, people.
She is heating up, that is for sure. Borno and FRIZSTYLE looking very different right now than they did in the first half, and that is because of the pressure. They have been forced to chuck one away. They were not being forced to do that in the first half, so
yeah,
ICENI has found something. They've lifted a notch Perhaps it's from shortening the lines. Perhaps it is a little bit of experience that they've had from playing more together. Kenneth goes deep. The shot looks good. She gets there. They cash in. We're within one, everybody. I'm feeling great to be wrong, but there's a travel call, and it's coming back. I think I lost even more of my voice getting excited for that, and it didn't even count.
Well, anyway, this is the ICENI that we know. We're having quite a few calls during this point.
Great read, great run, great chase by Kenneth. The travel being called. Here it is. Let's have a look at Becky Thompson on this release. She comes. We didn't get that one great. Tough to tell from our angle there.
So the question is, did she actually gain something from this travel? Anyway, we're back into action.
Thompson, oh, and Bourneau knocks that away from Katie Flight. They got tangled up. The throw was a little bit behind, and Bourneau made sure that they weren't going to get away with it. Now Bourneau makes a crafty cut to get open behind the disc. Olivier, near sideline, had an open receiver, didn't like it right away, looks for something different. Then she falcons it off the hands and off the face before it hits the turf, and they give it right back to ICENI.
Yeah, ICENI definitely with the chance to opening up this game. The throw there was a nice throw, a little bit too close to the face of the receiver.
French crowd hyping the defense. Becky Thompson puts it, and I think that's going to classify the same. Her foot was likely on the line from my perspective. We'll have another look here, and I think that shot there confirms it, that her foot was on the line, and it was out of bounds. Maybe there's talk of a push out, but if not, it was out.
Nice spirit here from Kenneth. Since from our booth, she heard a few comments about the disc being received out of bounds with the foot on the line, so she left it.
Tough to be spirited in these tense moments, but she made the right call there, and now she's getting back on defense. It feels like her level of intensity may have lifted because of it. And a dragging travel called on Bourneau from Flight, and it's back to where it started.
Both teams getting really precise on these travel calls.
A high stall count goes up the line. Olivier's there, chases it down. What a throw from Bourneau. She's showing some clutch play right there. Big moments, big plays. A superstar in the making.
And what an acceleration too. And what an acceleration too there on the catch.
Yeah, I mean, Olivier, there's running out of space. The up line, the handle cut up line, there was nothing coming. She went all the way up line, a beautiful throw, and you're right, Olivier turned on the jets here. Outran her teammate, outran everyone. And the two of them making cases for themselves for the French selectors to be watching.
This point temporarily crashing. ICENI's up to go get within one. Now they are down by 3 points. Feels different, right?
Yes. 12-9. They are scraping for everything, as our commenters mentioned as well. The calls getting a little bit pesky. Everybody niggling for every little in. So approximately 3 minutes remaining before our hard cap. Again, bizarre rules rules for timing here. It only gets a +1 extension if it's within 1. That's the way the tournament's gone thus far.
So probably that point there is going to be really costly, potentially, for ICENI because of this rule.
And that one from Brew goes the length of the field and out of bounds. FRIZSTYLE will have a break chance to extend back to a 4-point lead if they can convert. They'll have to do it from their own corner.
They're taking their time to pick up the disc.
And why not? Obviously,
Yeah, they must be tired, right?
Wow, they're tired, and the clock is on their side.
Yeah.
They're in no rush. They don't mind getting to that 90-minute mark.
A vertical look here.
Eva Bourneau was called for travel from her starting spot. Violation.
The count isn't supposed to stop during a travel call if it is not contested. Right? So maybe it was contested.
And some more conversation on the disc here. Bourneau and Brew.
This time spent in discussing goes in FRIZSTYLE favor.
Bruno Mine wants me to try an Italian accent. I don't know, I just have to mimic Farolfi here, and I
To
think,
mock me.
I think I can do a pretty good job, the accent Italiano. But it's pretty broken. Not like this FRIZSTYLE play. Bourneau forwards, gets Blanc coming under. Blanc drops back to Bourneau. Gets her sister, that's Eva, to Lison up the near sideline, and continuation again to Blanc. There is a foul upfield and a player down, that's Guyot, in discomfort. As her teammates come to her aid to see what indeed is the problem.
Did you see what happened?
I did not see exactly what happened. They are waiting for some external assistance. She's walked off the field. Rico Becker coming to her aid. He's a medical student, soon to be a doctor, so she's in good hands right now.
The player being substituted there. We are ready to go back to play, I guess. Yes.
Blanc finds Bourneau, and Bourneau gets a great upline cut from her sister Lison. And a disc space violation there. And then a discussion about exactly where the stall count comes in at. Stalling at 1.
The players going back to their previous position from where the call, when the call was done.
Eva Bourneau to Blanc. To Bourneau. She cashes in, and FRIZSTYLE extend their lead 13-9, looking stronger by the minute.
And the French are celebrating while I see near some of the players are walking to the line. No, this is it.
This is the anticlimactic nature of these bizarre games. It is a game over. That 3 minutes were expired by the time that goal was in, and that could be it. It is not. It is a timeout. It's tough to tell here with the way these games end. That was a timeout, I guess, taken by ICENI. But
maybe ICENI assumed it was a timeout.
I am right again. It is game over.
Yeah, I think ICENI assumed it was a timeout when they saw the French player gathering for celebration, or not?
And
no.
Or three players are leaving, and they are the 3 World Games players. Is that what's happening? Oh my goodness. Flights to catch.
So it is a timeout.
It is a timeout, I guess. We are all over the place here, trying to figure out what's going on. We know that goal was scored by FRIZSTYLE. We know the score is currently 13-9. We don't know if we're coming back into play.
I've been receiving greetings from Italy. Bruno Mine. Ciao Bruno, thanks for tuning in with us today.
When's Bruno Mine gonna come back and play some Ultimate? That's the big question. I know he's playing Disco Bolo, but I mean, I remember watching him in Caorle with Cusp in that championship. He looked pretty good in that outfit, and I wouldn't mind seeing him back that way. If not, you might as well just come over and play his.
Is he playing Disco Bolo? I didn't know.
I thought he was playing a little bit of Disco Bolo.
I think he retired, or maybe he's just playing for fun a bit with Disco Bolo.
So we're still trying to get to the bottom of this. A very bizarre, we mentioned it at the start of the game, that the way these games have been ending in the women's division have been bizarre. I'm not sure if that has changed. It remains bizarre. That is game over. FRIZSTYLE win in an anticlimactic fashion. Congratulations to them for becoming champions here.
Yeah, it was a spirit circle and not a timeout.
So, yes, it was, the time cap went, there was no audible ability to hear the time cap went, and the goal scored. Some people knew that it was over. There was no celebration, but we are confirming now that is the finish of the game. FRIZSTYLE have come in as a pickup team and went all the way to the finals and won it. Farolfi, any last words about that game?
I really liked how in a few games this team found their chemistry together. They have been playing like they were teammates since forever, really, while ICENI struggled a bit in the first half to find a good connection between players and cutters. They woke up in the second half, but it was too late.
Too late, not enough time. Thank you all for joining us for this final. Of course, we've got the big men's final coming up next. Los Otros, the big Canadian superstar pickup team, taking on Clapham. That'll be at you in no time, so don't you go anywhere. Thank you for joining us. I've been Stefan Rabazzo, joined with Laura Farolfi, and we'll catch you next time.
ultimatevy.tv.